Guys, thank you for tuning into the Subconscious Creators Network. My name is Tree. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as follow us on our Facebook page as well as Instagram for updated videos and live Q&A sessions on our Facebook page. So, a little bit about the Subconscious Creators Network. Myself and my partner, Amicia, who is not present today, we both created our organization, the Subconscious Creators Network, because we wanted to be able to share our journey and how we've used the law of attraction in conjunction with our subconscious mind to create our own reality. So, essentially, after years of studying and practical application, applying universal laws and principles in conjunction with our knowledge on how the subconscious mind works, I created my own formulas on how to apply the knowledge through disciplined daily methods that ultimately became a lifestyle for me. When I began this journey years ago, I noticed that whatever I focused my mind on began to expand, and I began to experience a domino effect of my most dominant thoughts, no matter whether it was good or bad, into my current reality, my life experience. I've had a lot of success using the formulas that I've created in through compounded knowledge over the years, trial and error, to actually figure out what it is that actually works. And thus far, it has been very successful for me. When I discovered the subconscious mind, its functions, its primary role, how it controls the human body, and how it's always at work, responding to our thoughts, responds to our beliefs, and definitely responds to our emotions that all create and transmit an intense vibrational frequencies into the universal law of attraction. I knew I was onto something really, really big. What does that mean? That means that your thoughts have emotions attached to them. And depending on the nature of those thoughts, you create an intense vibrational frequency called a vibration. Now, the frequency is like the subject of, which can be defined as money. It can be a business. It could be your career. It could be finances. It could be, pretty much anything. It's just like you're tuning into a different frequencies. Like, for instance, if you think about a radio station and you're listening to your radio in your car, and the frequency is going to depend on what it is that you choose, that you desire to listen to at that moment. That frequency could be jazz. That frequency could be R&B. That frequency could be blues. That frequency could be pop. That frequency could be gospel. That's what I mean by frequency. You tune into whatever frequency that you choose to be on, and you transmit vibrational, that particular nature of your thought into the universal flow. Now, when you transmit intense emotional thoughts into the universe about whatever it is that you desire, and you hold it for more than 66 seconds at a time, you actually lock that into the universal law of attraction. Now, that means that the universal law of attraction, it's universal. It can't defy law. Whatever your thoughts send out, it has to return to you, and you determine the result, not the how it actually comes back to you. You begin to attract, circumstances, or you will repel circumstances, situation, events, opportunities, people, resources, and money back to you that will give you the same vibrational frequency that you intentionally or unintentionally transmitted into the universal law of attraction, no matter whether it's good or bad. The subconscious mind, the universe, is unbiased. It only recognizes vibration. It doesn't know good or bad. It doesn't know truth or what's false. That's why when you give gratitude into the universe, it recognizes as if you have something that you are giving thanks for. So it only knows to give you what it is that you've given thanks for, because it's assuming that you already have it, and you can only attract what you already have. You can only have what you already have. I'll say that again. You can only have what you already have. You can only attract what you already are. So if you're saying that I will be, I'm going to, that means that it's not in present tense. So you don't get that. You only get what you are. You only get the nature of the content of the desires with the intense vibrational frequency emotions that's attached to that. So in essence, In retrospect to what I was stating in the beginning, as far as our overall goal and our mission as the Subconscious Creators Network, our goal and our objective is to educate, is to liberate, to inspire people all over the world by sharing our experiences, knowledge, and methods that we have successfully used to create and manifest our desires using our subconscious mind and the law of attraction. I want to be able to help the people who are in the stuck place. You know, the people who feel powerless. I want to reach out to the people who feel like life is happening to them and everything is going well for everyone but them. Those are the people that, you know, we really look to reach. I want to touch the lives of the people who feel like the walls are closing up on you and you feel like going to church is not cutting it. You've done everything that you know to do that's right, and your life is still not unfolding the way that you desire for it to unfold. You know, I want to be able to help the people who are also familiar with this information, who lack the knowledge and the methods on how to, you know, be able to apply practical application in order to get whatever it is that you desire so that you can self-express. But when you self-express, you'll be able to do that on purpose. You want to be able to create deliberately, not by default. And so the only way for me to be able to properly help you is so that you can gain understanding on who you are, what you are, the power that you have, and how to properly be able to use that power to create and manifest your own reality. You've got to be able to, you've got to read. This has to be, you know, what you eat, sleep, and breathe. This is a lifestyle for me. I remember when I first started doing this, I was broke. But I had blue ink and I had white paper. And I began to write a new story. I stopped telling life how it is, and I started to tell life how I wanted it to be. You know, it's free to window shop. It's free to go online and mentally shop on a Word document and copy and paste those outfits, those shoes, those bags, you know, that brand new house, that brand new luxury vehicle, whatever it is that you desire. It's okay to be able to create a vision for that and be able to tangibilize your thoughts, but you also have to put repetition behind that, and repetition comes with consistency. And meditation is the way that I meditate is all in itself out of this world. However, that's something that we'll discuss in some later videos. The goal today is, and the topic that I really want to be able to delve into is just talk a little bit about the conscious mind and understanding what it is, how it works. So let's go ahead and delve right off into this. So the conscious mind, it is the governing force. It has its way and it operates through your five senses. So when you say, I see, I smell, I taste, I touch, I hear, that's your conscious mind. Okay. The conscious mind, it controls all of your voluntary functions. It's like how you move your arms, how you move your hands. It's walking, talking, laughing. All of this is conscious mind. Okay, it's when your spine is interconnects with your brain, it enables you to be able to move your body so that you can drive and you can do all of the things. You can fly and take trips and do all of these great things. That's your beautiful subconscious. That's your beautiful conscious mind that was created in you. And I always like to use a lot of different principles, the universal principles, because you know, we were created and fearfully, wonderfully made in the image and likeness of our Creator. And we were given everything that we need to be successful, to be able to create our own reality. But we have to stop looking from outside of ourselves, of a force outside of ourselves to do something for us, when really you have a whole brain in your head, and outside of that is a mind, outside of that is an electromagnetic field, which is a lot of people like to call an aura, that allows you to be able to create your own reality, create your own life based off of your own thoughts, based off of your own feelings, based off of your own vibrational frequency that you create, and then you get the nature of that. So if you want to create a new life, you have to change. In order to change the world without, you have to change the world within. The world within is that conscious and the subconscious mind. And it's the thoughts, it's the desires, but it's the repetition of thoughts, the repetitive thoughts, the things that you think about all day, every day. Those are your most dominant thoughts. You're not going to manifest everything, but because you have over 60,000 thoughts every day. But you can and you will manifest your most dominant thoughts and the things that you believe. You'll have that before you have anything else. So, my goal and not my objective is to be able to help you to properly navigate your thoughts and change those old thoughts into new thoughts. I have some different strategies and some different ways so that you can be able to look at your thoughts, look at what you think about what you think about, write out what it is that you think about, because the only way that you're going to be successful is you have to change the way that you think. And when you change the way that you think, you can change the world around you. And that's through repetition. Okay? Sorry for all of the movement. My phone almost went dead. But we're going to move right along. Hopefully it'll stay propped up so that I can continue and move forward. Otherwise, I'll just hold it and we're going to keep it moving. So the conscious mind. It's your objective mind. Your conscious mind is your rational or your logical mind. It discriminates between right and wrong. It knows good or bad. It knows evil or good. It knows truth or error. That's your conscious mind. It's your arguing mind. We see a lot of that in social media. It's the argumentative mind. And what it is that the conscious mind has its own logic based upon the knowledge that of the information that the person has. So if there are people who don't have a lot of knowledge on things and they don't know that they don't know, then a lot of times what will happen, it'll cause arguments because they feel that you're wrong when really there's a lack of information, a lack of knowledge, a lack of understanding, a lack of overstanding. Okay. And with the conscious mind, if it's not properly navigated, it'll drift. You'll be an autopilot and life will just be happening to you instead of you navigating it in order to get the things that you desire out of life. So ultimately, you can control your own reality. And what has happened for a very long time is that people have been creating by default and been allowing life to happen to them and not allowing their thoughts to be navigated and thinking about what they think about. So, the conscious mind, it's the cerebrospinal system. It's the organ of the conscious mind. It's where I told you in the beginning it's where the brain and the spine interconnect, and it gives you the ability to be able to move your body. It's movements of your body. It's voluntary because this is what you do. You take the action. Your nerves and cells and things communicate from your brain to your spinal cord, and it allows you to be able to have your being, to do the things that you desire to do, be, and have. Your objective mind, it's your guide. It's your director of your contact with your environment. You gain knowledge through your 5 senses. You learn through observation, repetition, experience, and education. The objective mind is unbiased. It has no emotional attachment to it. And so I'd like to let me say this. The conscious mind is not... It has no emotional attachment to it, which means that it doesn't feel. It only thinks. It gathers all of its information based off of logic, based off of what it knows to be true. And that does include that does mean that it will kick out new information if it doesn't recognize it because it's foreign to it. So that's why people always say it takes 21 days to create a new habit. Well, technically it does take some time to create a new habit because you're going to force the thought in through repetition. That's why people use affirmations. They say the same things over and over every day until it embeds itself or it bosses itself onto the subconscious mind. When the conscious mind receives it, it sends it over as the watchman at the gate, and it sends it over to the subconscious mind. And now it becomes a part of your physical experience, your life experience, and circumstances, events, situations, opportunities, resources, people, and money begin to gravitate to you or gravitate away from you based on your thoughts and your emotional, mental, inner attitude about how you perceive the environment and the people around you. I said a mouthful, y'all. It's a lot. nevertheless, we're going to continue to move forward, and we're going to wrap this up as expeditiously as possible. I just want to be able to give you just a little bit of information to be able to just be able to do some additional research on your own. I'm here to give you some information to open the gates. You're going to have to apply it and, soak up this information as much as possible. The conscious mind. With it being your objective mind, it holds memories. It can only hold it can only hold one thought at a time. And each of those thoughts, if you allow your mind to just run, you'll create something to where random events, situations, circumstances will begin to happen to you. And in order for you to be able to stop that, you actually have to be able to retrain your thoughts. And so in the next video, with this just being just a little brief overview on the conscious mind, we're going to talk about the subconscious mind. And after that, we're going to take it all and we're going to put it together. We're building here. So I don't want to jump into a vision board if you don't understand how your brain works. I don't want to jump into affirmations if you don't understand the functions of how your brain works. You don't understand who you are. You don't understand what you are, your spirit. Okay? You have a body. You've been given a brain to be able to move and have your being in this realm on earth. And when your mind and when spirit leaves the body goes back to earth. And you either venture on, you reincarnate, or some ethnicities, they die. We don't. Melanin people don't die. We live on. Nevertheless, it was just my honor to be able to share just this little bit of information. And I apologize it took me so long, but I've been studying other areas. And when you're talking about the law of attraction, there's so many different elements to it. And I just want to be able to properly educate you so that we have a foundation. We don't want to try to build a house and we don't have the proper soil, we don't have fertilized soil or anything. And no real foundation for you to be able to stand on. But I hope this is just a good start for us. And, I'm open to positive feedback, but we're going to stay focused on being able to build up. And we're going to get into talking about the law of attraction. But when you understand the subconscious mind, there's nothing that you cannot do, be, or have. Everything takes time. Not everything's going to happen all at one time. Some of things are going to manifest faster than others. Everything takes perfect universal alignment. And when you understand that, you don't want anything that comes in disharmony because it's going to give you a headache. You don't want money with disharmony. You don't want anything in this life with disharmony, because if you say, I want $100,000 and I want to be able to create and manifest $100,000, and you don't tell that money how to come, you might have to get in a car accident to get $100,000, and then you can't even spend it. You can't even, my apologies, not spend, because we don't spend money. When you spend, it doesn't come back. But when you circulate, your money comes in and it goes out and it comes back in. And when you circulate money, you don't want to be able to get $100,000 from a car accident and all your bones are broken and you can't even get up and go to the mall and go shop, and everybody got to spoon feed you. So you want to be very cautious in how you use your words. But nevertheless, till next time, I'll try to make the videos a little bit more frequently, and we're going to do some live Q&A sessions on our Facebook page. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Subconscious Creators Network. We'll launch our Instagram page here shortly, but also go and follow us on our Facebook page. Like us and follow us. Give us good, positive feedback, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in.